art of letting go, how to release emotional baggage and set yourself free. Have you ever felt like something invisible was weighing you down? Not on your shoulders, not in your pockets, but deep inside your soul. Something you carry every day. A memory, a betrayal, a heartbreak, a regret. This weight isn't physical, it's emotional, but it's just as heavy. We don't talk about it. We hide it. We distract ourselves from it. Until one day, we break. This is a story about letting go, about cutting ties with the pain of the past so you can breathe again. Letting go is not forgetting. Letting go is remembering. Without the pain. It's not pretending it never happened. It's saying it happened, it hurt, but it no longer controls me. Letting go is not weakness, it's power. The power to walk away from what's already gone. We carry so much, old arguments, unspoken words, what we should have said, what we wish we never heard. We carry guilt over things we did, and even more guilt for things we didn't. We replay conversations. We rehearse confrontations. We relive the pain like a movie on loop. But ask yourself, has holding on ever changed the ending? There's a moment in life when you realize that healing isn't about changing the past. It's about changing your relationship with it. Pain only survives where it's fed. Stop feeding it. Stop giving it a home. Release it. How do we do that? How do we let go when every part of us wants to hold on? We start with this truth. You are not your past. You are not your trauma. You are not the choices someone else made that hurt you. You are who you decide to become. Now, letting go begins the moment you choose peace over chaos. It begins when you realize that your worth isn't tied to what happened, that the apology you never got isn't worth your peace, that the closure you're waiting for may never come, and that's okay. You can give it to yourself. Take a deep breath right now. Inhale and exhale. Feel that's presence, that's power. The past can't touch you here. You can't change what they did, but you can change what you carry. You can't control how they acted, but you can control whether their actions define you. Letting go is choosing freedom, even if the other person never says sorry. Sometimes, the hardest person to forgive is yourself, for staying too long, for trusting too easily, for breaking your own heart. But listen, you did the best you could, with what you knew at the time. That's not weakness, that's humanity. Forgive yourself for the times you didn't fight back. Forgive yourself for the moments you forgot your worth. Forgive yourself for not healing fast enough. You are not broken. You are healing, one breath at a time. Letting go is not a one-time act. It's a process. Sometimes you have to let go of 100 times before it finally leaves. And that's okay. You're not behind, you're not lost. You're just human. There is a version of you, waiting on the other side of this pain. A version who is free, light, peaceful. That version of you, it is not in the past. It's in the present, and it begins the moment you let go. You were not born to suffer. You were not created to carry this burden forever. Life didn't give you pain to punish you. It gave you pain to wake you up to cheat you, to shape you, to remind you you can survive what you thought would break you. Let go, not because they deserve it, but because you do let go, not to forget, but to remember who you are without the weight. Let go, not because it didn't matter, but because it mattered too much to keep reliving it. Your freedom is not in the past, it's in your decision to no longer be a prisoner of it. You are not here to please your pain, you're here to rise above it. Letting go is not giving up, it's choosing yourself. So here's to the brave ones. The ones who finally said, I've carried this long enough. The ones who chose to break the cycle, to free themselves, without permission to heal, even without closure. That's power, that's growth. That's art. The art of letting go is the art of remembering who you were, before the world told you who to be, before the pain, before the walls, before the fear. You were born light. Don't let the past dim that dot, and if you're still struggling, that's okay too. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting how to feel. It means learning to feel, without being consumed. It's okay to cry, it's okay to grieve, but don't unpack there. Don't build a home in the heartbreak. You deserve more. Every sunset is proof that endings can be beautiful. To close the chapter, not out of anger, but out of love. Not because you're done with them, but because you're finally ready to start with you. This is your permission to stop bleeding for people who never asked you to heal. To stop waiting for someone to rescue you from the past. You are the rescue. You are the peace. You are the letting go. We often think that letting go is a single act, one bold moment of courage, a tearful goodbye, a life-altering decision. But the truth is, letting go is not one grand gesture. It's a quiet discipline, a daily practice, 1,000 little choices to stop revisiting what broke you, what hurt you, what you cannot change. It's choosing, every morning, to not replay the same conversation in your head. It's choosing to not check the profile of someone who left. It's deciding not to chase closure from someone who never gave you clarity. Letting go means refusing to let your peace depend on someone else's guilt or someone else's redemption. Sometimes the only closure you'll ever get is accepting that you didn't get closure. The power of acceptance. True healing doesn't begin with understanding why it happened. It begins with accepting that it happened. Acceptance is not weakness. It's not surrendering to the pain. It's refusing to let the pain control you any longer. You can spend years trying to untangle the logic of betrayal, abandonment, disappointment, or you can learn to live with the questions unanswered and find peace in the silence. Sometimes the greatest strength is ignoble, longer needing an explanation. You don't need the past to make sense to free yourself from it. All you need is the willingness to stop giving it power. How to release emotional baggage step by step. Name it. Healing starts with awareness. Ask yourself, what am I still holding on to? Whose voice is still living in my mind? What old story am I replaying? Feel it. Don't fight it. Avoiding pain keeps it alive. Letting yourself feel it is how you dissolve it. Cry if you need to. Journal it. Scream into a pillow, but don't suppress it. Emotions are energy, and they must move to leave. Write a letter you'll never send. Sometimes closure means writing the truth you never got to say. Pour it all out. The anger, the heartbreak, the confusion, then burn it, rip it up, or delete it. Symbolically let it go. Clear the physical triggers, that old photo, that playlist, that place you keep revisiting in your mind. Let it go. Declutter your environment to make space for emotional clarity. Practice self-compassion. Letting go doesn't mean you're okay with what happened. It means you love yourself enough to stop living there. Speak to yourself gently. Forgive yourself for what you allowed, for what you didn't know then. Redirect the narrative. Your story is not what happened to you, it's what you do with what happened. Rewrite the ending. Turn pain into power, loss into wisdom. Let yourself become the hero of your healing. Letting go is not forgetting, it's remembering differently. You will never truly forget the people who hurt you, the moments that broke you, the chapters that ended before you were ready. But over time, their power fades, not because the memories vanish, but because you change how you relate to them. Instead of thinking, I wasn't enough for them, you'll think, they didn't know how to love someone like me. Instead of I failed, you'll say, I learned. Instead of they broke me, you'll realize, I rebuilt myself stronger. Letting go doesn't erase the story. It just frees you from being imprisoned by it, from survival to serenity in the beginning. Letting go feels like survival, something you force yourself to do just to keep breathing. But one day it becomes serenity, a quiet peace settles in. You no longer crave what wounded you. You no longer flinch when the past whispers. You start to feel light again. You laugh without bitterness. You remember without aching. You look ahead without fear. That's the reward of letting go, not forgetting, but being free. A metaphor. The wounded tree. Imagine a tree struck by lightning. A brutal storm left to crack down its trunk. A scar that will never vanish. But the tree doesn't die. It continues to grow. Its roots dig deeper, its branches stretch higher. The scar remains, but so does the life. That's you. You're allowed to have your scars, but you're not defined by them. You are still growing, still reaching, still blooming. The storm was real, but so is your strength. Why some people stay in pain. Letting go is terrifying because it means stepping into the unknown. And for many, the pain, though unbearable, is familiar. It gives them identity, a reason for why they are the way they are, a story they know how to tell. But staying in pain is not nobility, it's stagnation. You weren't meant to carry it all forever. You weren't built to bleed endlessly. You are here to evolve, to release, to rise. Stop romanticizing suffering. Stop worshiping wounds. You deserve joy, not just survival. The final decision. Set yourself free at some point. You have to decide. Do you want to keep telling the same story, or start a new one? Do you want to carry that resentment another year? Do you want to let them live rent-free in your mind another day? Or are you finally ready to breathe again? If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe and join us on this journey of healing.